Today I'm going to tell you how we got rid of scaly leg mite once and for all. It all started with this big, fabulous Orpington. We saw her and her sissy needed a home online, and we just couldn't pass them up. They look like cartoon characters to us. And we noticed her feet had a lot of raised scales, and it looked like she might have had scaly leg mite. But time passed, and we thought it must have been an old case, and she must have not had it anymore because we didn't notice any changes. Everything that I've read online and been told from friends and families that it spreads rapidly, that scaly leg mite, like, it's such a quick acting mite that your whole flock will have it so quickly. But that wasn't the case for us. Year passed, none of our other chickens ever got it. This was our miss with ugly feet. And we had got comments before looked like she had, but we're like, I don't think so, because nothing new had been happening, and even her sissy didn't have it. And then sure enough, one day, it just happened. All of our other chickens, it started showing signs. Our leghorn and our, what do you call them? What is Karen? Leg bar. Okay.
Yeah, not leghorn.
Okay.
Our
Our crested leg bar. Her feet started looking like it. We're like, oh shoot, I knew we had the scaly leg mite then and that she was the cause for it, but it didn't spread like wildfire overnight. It literally happened maybe a year later, and so we decided to take action. My first active treatment was I tried to dip them in Elector PSP. It actually didn't do anything apparently because I had dipped her in it when I first got her, and just as a preventative, and apparently it still spread to the rest of the flock, so I would think that that wasn't very effective. So we decided to take extreme action and just treat the whole flock, even if they had zero signs of the scaly leg mite, because we did have ones that had completely smooth scales. Their feet looked great, so I didn't think they had it, but we decided we needed to take it seriously and treat the whole flock. And now look, her feet look great now. She used to have these ugly raised scales everywhere. We knew it was Lucy, the fabulous lady with the ugly feet, and now the old ugly scales have fallen off and she's growing nice new smooth ones. Her feet are turned around. Same with our whole flock. All their feet are looking great now. It is actually going to be one of the cheapest solutions in all of the chicken keeping problems, but just get yourself the cheapest batch of vegetable oil at your grocery store that you can find and a bowl. Fill it up in there, and you're just going to briefly dunk your chicken's feet. I want to set this down now. Briefly dunk your chicken's feet into the vegetable oil, and what we did is we did it every other night, so every 48 hours. Lucy! Yeah, she's a complainer. She's our diva, I said. But you're going to dunk them every 48 hours. We did for 2 weeks. So we did it every other night right before bed for 2 weeks. We thought before night when they're going to roost was better because it was less time them walking around and interacting with dirt, and possibly like they're just going to sit and sleep all night. The most we thought the oil would just stay on their legs and be smothering the mite. That's what it does. It leaves them unable to lay eggs, function, reproduce. It smothers them. And then there's a life cycle with the eggs, so as ones are hatching, that's why you're going to keep reapplying every 48 hours. As new ones hatch, new ones will get smothered. I've read it could take 10 days for the treatment. We did 14 just to be extra safe, but yeah, every other night. And it's a very easy treatment. Can be labor intensive because we did our whole flock, and let me tell you, it actually was quite nasty. All of our chickens, especially our silkies, looked really ugly. All the white chickens, all the fancy ones, everyone was so dirty. Your chickens are not going to be cute during this, but don't worry. After some time, they'll clean off. It'll go away, but it'll be worth it in the end. Our frizzles, our silkies, everyone's walking around because dirt just grabs on that oil. Everyone's looking a hot mess, looking ugly, but don't mind it. It'll be worth it. This treatment's 100% effective, very cost effective, and it'll be worth it in the end. Their legs can heal and be fully back to normal within some time. Some might have some permanent scarring, and that's okay. You don't need to pass judgment on anybody. Some chickens aren't always going to look super fabulous, but if they're healthy, that's all that matters. We would end up reusing our vegetable oil too, so after every treatment I would get a funnel and I would pour it back in its original container. It's okay, guys. You don't need to go out and be buying a whole new batch just to dunk them, so We did have to buy another bottle because after dunking so many chickens and the oil actually would run out. So, but reuse as much as you can. You don't need to keep buying new batches. Just like put it back in its container and then you can put it in your bowl for the next treatment the night after last. We know there's other methods out there to treat scaly leg mite, but we wanted to show what worked really well for us, and that I love that it's non-invasive, non-toxic, a simple, cheap, effective treatment, and we know it'll work for you too. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Give this video a like, and we'll see you next week. Bye!